Welcome all. Now we will see the series shunt feedback amplifier in detail. So here we will see the ideal structure of a series shunt feedback amplifier. Then we will see the expression for input resistance and output resistance with feedback. So first we will see the internal diagram of a series shunt feedback amplifier. So ideal situation will be discussed. Practical situation is not included in your syllabus. So the ideal situation of a series shunt feedback amplifier. So when we are hearing about series shunt feedback amplifier, the thing that has to come in your mind is series. Series means the input is done series mixing. Series mixing is done through voltage. So the input is a voltage signal. And the output you can see shunt sampling. Shunt sampling means parallel connection, that also indicates output signal is voltage. So input signal is voltage and output signal is voltage. That means the amplifier which we are using here is voltage amplifier. So the gain A will be VO by VI. So you can see the ideal structure. So the ideal structure is, first we have an amplifier structure here with a circuit, A circuit, then we have a beta circuit. So A circuit means the amplifier. So as I told, it's a voltage amplifier. That means output should be voltage and input should be voltage. So if you are drawing the internal or equivalent diagram of this amplifier, it will be the input, we will have an input resistance Ri, and output we have a voltage source, because output is voltage source indicating the output voltage VO. That voltage source is nothing but VO is equal to gain into input voltage VI, and we have a resistance RO. So this will be the equivalent circuit of the amplifier circuit, or A circuit can be represented like this: an input resistance Ri with input VI, and we have a voltage source which represents VO, that is A into VI. Then we have an output resistance RO. So that can be seen in this circuit. So VI, Ri, RO, AVI. So this is the output voltage VO. Since it is a voltage, we are showing it as an open circuit across which we are taking the output voltage VO. Now coming about the beta circuit, that means the feedback path. So the feedback what we are sampling is voltage. Voltage sampling has been happening. So the same VO will appear here, that will be sampled, and voltage mixing is happening here. Series mixing, that means voltage mixing is happening. So the output of the feedback network or the feedback signal XF is also a voltage. So VF can be represented as beta into V0, because input is VO, output is VF. So VF can be represented as beta into V0. That has been seen here. So here series mixing is happening. So series connection, Vs is the source voltage, Vi is the input voltage of the amplifier. So Vs is mixed with Vf. So Vs minus Vf, which is equal to Vi. So here what mixing happening is series mixing, that means voltage. Output shunt sampling or voltage sampling has been happening at the output. So this is the ideal structure of a series shunt feedback amplifier. So thing has to be keep in mind is it is a voltage amplifier structure. So here it should be voltage, here it should be voltage. Both should be voltage. So you can see it consists of two parts. One, A circuit. A circuit is nothing but a unilateral open loop amplifier, which have Ri, that is input resistance, RO, that is output resistance, A is the voltage gain. Now beta circuit is an ideal voltage sampling and series mixing feedback network. We already told that. And here in this particular figure, we are not including the source resistance or source and load is not included. Source resistance and load resistance are not included. That means they are absorbed inside this A circuit. That is absorbed inside this A circuit, that we are not including. And beta does not have any load effect also. Beta does not load the A circuit. So A is nothing but A is the gain. A is equal to VO divided by VI. Now we are going to draw the equivalent circuit of this feedback network. equivalent circuit of the series shunt feedback amplifier. So equivalent circuit means the main input voltage will be Vs and the output voltage will be Vo. Input resistance will be resistance with feedback, that is Rif. Output resistance is Rof. So if you are drawing the figure, it will be like this. So you can see here, input is Vs, output is Vo, input resistance with feedback is Rif and output resistance with feedback is Rof, and this voltage source is AF into Vs. AF into Vs, because main output voltage is nothing but, you can see here, output voltage is equal to gain with feedback AF into main input Vs. So Vo is equal to AF Vs, that is represented through a voltage source. So this is the equivalent circuit of a series shunt feedback amplifier. So I hope you understood how to draw this. So Rif, Rof, and how we will represent the output voltage. Vo is equal to with feedback gain AF into main input Vs. Since both are voltage here, we have got this expression. For the remaining topology, we have different one. We will discuss it later. So now we have to see what is the gain of the circuit, input resistance and output resistance. So first one, closed loop gain or gain with feedback AF is equal to Vo by Vs. Vo by Vs. So that has, we already came to know, gain of a feedback amplifier is A by 1 plus A beta. We are writing it directly. You can go for the proof, this one. You can refer the previous lecture and you can do the proof also. So try to do this. So closed loop gain or feedback gain of a gain of an amplifier with feedback, gain with feedback of a feedback amplifier. If it is negative feedback, then it is always A by 1 plus A beta. If it is positive feedback, it will be A by 1 minus A beta. So that has to be kept in mind. Now we will see what is the input resistance. What is input resistance? From this figure, it is clear that input resistance Rif is equal to Vs. What is resistance? Voltage divided by current. Vs divided by input current for the circuit. What is input current for the circuit? II. So you can see here, the input current for the entire circuit here is II. Input current is II. There is no other current, so input current is II. So Rif can be written as, Rif is equal to Vs divided by II. So Vs divided by II. So what is II? What is II? From the first figure you can write. What is II? II is equal to Vi divided by Ri. Vi divided by Ri is II. So next, substituting that, Vs by II is Vi by Ri. So you can write it as Ri into Vs by Vi. Now what is Vs? What is Vs? From the first circuit, once again we will see that. From the first circuit, what is Vs? What is Vs? Here from the circuit, what is Vs? Vs is equal to Vi plus Vf, or else we know Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. So Vs is equal to Vi plus Vf. Vi plus Vf. What is Vf? Vf is nothing but beta V0. What is V0? V0 is nothing but AVI. So we are going to substitute these all things there. So you can see here, Vs is equal to Vi plus beta V0. Beta V0, where V0 is equal to AVI. So cancelling all Vi's, we will get it as Ri into 1 plus A beta. So resistance with feedback is equal to resistance without feedback into 1 plus A beta. So the resistance increased by a factor of 1 plus A beta. That is nothing but amount of feedback. So since it is a series, mixing is series, input is series connection, resistance has to increase. So we have seen the resistance increased by a factor of 1 plus A beta. Now if you are going to write the general structure of that, general impedance ZIF with feedback of S with respect to S domain we are speaking. ZIF of S is equal to ZI of S. Here F is not there. It is ZI of S into 1 plus A of S into beta. Make the correction here. ZIF is not there. ZIF of S is equal to ZI of S into 1 plus A of S into beta of S. So series mixing increases the input resistance by a factor of 1 plus A beta. Next we will see output resistance. So in order to see the output resistance of a circuit, the main thing what we have to do is we have to make the input source 0. Input source voltage should be made 0. In order to measure the output resistance, the source voltage has to make 0. So Vs is equal to 0. Whatever source, if it is a current, that has to be made 0. If it is a voltage, that has to be made 0. So Vs is equal to 0. So the output was previously, you can see here, the output was like this. Output of the circuit was like this. It is an open circuit. Since it is a voltage parameter, it was open circuit. Now we are going to close it with a test voltage Vt. So the output is connected through a voltage Vt. So we are going to measure the output voltage with feedback ROF. So how we can measure ROF? So this is the output part of the equivalent circuit has been considered. So the output part of the equivalent circuit has been considered with Vs is equal to 0. So we have measured here Vs is equal to 0 means AVI, RO and Vt has been connected together. The current flowing through the circuit is I. So what is ROF? ROF is equal to Vt by I. ROF is equal to Vt divided by I. So from this circuit, what is Vt? Vt is nothing but voltage available here is nothing but AVI minus I into, or else I can tell it is nothing but Vt. Sorry. So you can see here ROF is equal to Vt by I. ROF is equal to Vt by I. So what is I in this figure? So you can see here current I is nothing but, current is flowing through this path, current I is nothing but Vt minus AVI divided by RO. I is nothing but Vt minus AVI divided by RO. So we are substituting it here. I is equal to Vt minus AVI by RO. So since Vs is equal to 0, in input we can tell since Vs is equal to 0, Vi is nothing but minus Vf. The main figure if you are considering, since source voltage is 0, Vi input is nothing but minus Vf. So what is Vf? Beta V0. So Vi is equal to minus Vf is equal to minus beta V0. V0 means this output voltage. Now the output voltage has been replaced by Vt. Test voltage Vt. So minus beta V0 minus beta Vt is equal to minus beta Vt for Vs is equal to 0. So we are substituting this in the main equation. We will get it like I is equal to V plus A beta Vt by RO. So if you are substituting this I in this main equation, we will get ROF is equal to Vt divided by I. So it is RO by 1 plus A beta. So you can see the resistance with feedback is equal to resistance without feedback divided by 1 plus A beta. So the resistance is reduced by a factor of 1 plus beta, that is nothing but the amount of feedback. So it is shunt connection at the output. At the output we have shunt connection. Shunt means parallel connection. So obviously resistance has to get decreased. That has been happened here. The resistance with feedback is reduced by a factor of 1 plus A beta. So voltage sampling feedback reduces the output resistance by a factor of 1 plus A beta. In general form we can write it as ZOF with Z impedance with feedback in S domain is equal to impedance without feedback divided by 1 plus A of S into beta of S. So this much about series shunt topology, its gain, input resistance and output resistance. So the name indicates series shunt. That means Input is series mixing, so input is voltage. Output is shunt sampling, that means output is voltage. So the amplifier configuration is voltage amplifier. So series means input resistance will increase, shunt means output resistance will decrease. In the next video, we will see the remaining configurations or remaining feedback topologies. Thank you.